Hey guys, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Today we got a good one. We got some coffee stuff. We got for a discount at our Walmart that's a couple hours down the road. And we got some knives. You gotta love all that for camping. Stick with it. You'll like this one. It's going to be a long one, but stick with it. And please click like and subscribe, guys. Thanks. Let's get this started. Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. I hike it so you don't have to. And included with the knives, we have a couple other little things, or one little thing, and that is a coffee kit. We'll go through that after we go through the knives, but I definitely wanted to show the knives and show this coffee kit, show what kind of deals we can get at Walmart. Let's begin. First deal we got is this foldable knife. Now, I'm sure you notice I've already opened this. I had to try it out because this is what sparked the whole knife thing for me the other day. So these are Ozark Trail knives. It's a sturdy little knife. Opening, closing seems fairly easy. Seems very sharp. One thing I've found over the years with the cheaper knives, they just don't hold up very well. But for about $8, that's all right. And we can use them and not worry about breaking or damaging blades of expensive knives. So this one right here is the 7.5-inch knife. It has 3¼ inch stainless steel blade, titanium coating, 4¼ inch polypropylene handle, linear lock, pocket clip. Now I know for a fact a couple of countries you wouldn't even be able to use this because it has a locking mechanism and the blade is a little too long. But here in the US, it's all right. This is good for an everyday carry. Perfect little knife for opening boxes and stuff along those lines. This is the one I've been using for the last week just to give it a try, see if I like it. And I've been happy with it so far. And since it's such a reasonably priced knife, you're not worried about breaking it and all the other stuff I mentioned a moment ago. And we have the belt clip here. It's not reversible. Yeah, tighten it. All right, let's try another one. Here's another one I was looking at. Man, I just love opening knives. Now, as you can see, these are Ozark Trail. I keep saying Walmart brand, but Walmart brand is Ozark Trail. For outdoor stuff, they have this in their outdoor departments. This knife is a 7-inch overall knife, 3-inch stainless steel blade, 4-inch handle, and then a linear lock and pocket clip. This has a smaller blade on it, which is better for some countries, but it does have a linear lock on it, so I know a lot of countries don't allow you to have those types of locks. Now, like I said a little while ago, these are Walmart knives. I don't expect them to last forever, but for the money, can't beat it. Let's see if we can get out of here without cutting ourselves. Okay, this one feels a little cheaper than the last one. It feels cheaper. Now I have a feeling a couple of these knives will be going into our camping equipment for cooking and stuff along those lines. It just, this one feels cheaper than the other one. They're the same price. I don't know, it just feels cheaper quality. Let's see if we can flick it open. Yeah, it's a little too tight still. Very sharp, very thin blade. So you're not bushcrafting with these knives, or at least the first two that we looked at. And it has the belt clip. Only that side can have the belt clip. Yeah, not as good quality as the other one. I like the other one better. Now I'm going through these rather quickly. So let's go to the next one. All right, here's one. Here is the Glacier 7.5 inch folding knife, 7.5 inches. Handle and ball bearing opening. So as you can see this, 7.5 inch. It says shaft lock on there. This says 3.5 inch or 3.25 inch blade, 4.25 inch polyethylene handle, slide lock, and reversible pocket clip. Oh, this one actually has a reversible pocket clip. You can put it on the other side of the blade itself, right here. I don't think this one. Yeah. Neither of these others have it. So this one does. Now keep in mind, $8. Can't beat this for $8. Only bought 4 of them. I didn't want to get yelled at by the wife for buying too much. This one's a little more difficult to get out. Wow. So far, this one is the highest feeling in quality. This just feels... There's no metal on the inside there, it looks like. It's all plastic. Or polycarbonate. I think this is like a knockoff of the Benchmades. But if you want a knife similar to it, it's unfortunate you got to go for the cheap route. Benchmades are super expensive. Never had one. Love to have one day. Okay. Still like the green one the best so far. But this one's probably second for me. It's like anything else. It's what you get out of it is what you want. You want a cheap knife, that'll get you what you need to do. Perfect. And last but not least. And here's the last one we got. It's the Ozark Trail Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock. It is a fixed blade knife, rubberized handle, and sheath included. There's the sheath, polycarbonate sheath. Okay, let's see. Can we see this? It's 3.25 inch stainless steel blade, 4.25 rubber handle, sheath included. I don't know. Lately, I've been really a fixed blade person. Let's see if we can get this out without. And I like Tonto blades. Tonto blade is where it comes across like that. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to file the back of this so we can use a ferro rod with this. I like the finishes. The screw right here is kind of dinged up. But for $8, it's got some good feel about it. Okay, let's see. Can we get this out without busting it? Let's see if we can get this sheath. Alright, there we go. Like I said, all these are pretty much going to go in my camping equipment. Oh, it doesn't click. There's a little click. There we go. I think it has to be broken in a little. Hey, that's better than that one knife I had a while back in the videos that I reviewed for camping. This is too heavy to be carrying for like a neck knife or anything, but if I'm going car camping, I'd take this with me. All right. I love me a good fixed blade. Definitely my favorite knife of today. This is probably my second favorite. Third. And last, this one. Great little knives, you know. They are what you paid for them, and we'll check them out. We have to do a lot of camping and outdoors type stuff with them. Now we got to check out the one last item. I was going to do a separate video on this, but maybe I'll just do an unboxing here and then we'll do another video on using it. Check that out. $12.42. $12.42 US. This is originally it was 30 something dollars at Walmart. Now if you go to Walmart, check the clearance aisle. They always have at least one. So we have a coffee grinder. Hold on, where can we see this? All right, we got a coffee grinder, got a cup, and we got a collapsible filter holder for the cup. I don't know if the cup's titanium. It looks like it could be titanium, and this is made by Blackstone. Now, those of you who have Blackstone stuff, you know, it's usually pretty good quality, so we'll see this, but it's pretty cheap what this went for. I was pretty excited for it. All right, let's unbox this. We're going to use this one. Now, every Walmart I've ever been to has like camping areas, some less and some more. Where I am in Atlanta, they don't have very much knives or camping stuff. That's why it's always good to go to these country Walmarts. Okay, let's see how we can open this up. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited for this. Holy cow, that heavy duty. I wasn't expecting that to be so heavy. That's pretty heavy. Oh my gosh, this is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, right off the bat, it doesn't feel like junk. That's where the coffee grind or coffee goes. This is the grinder. Oh, well, maybe I should have done a whole video with this stuff. Wow. This feels good quality. This, not so much. I think this is aluminum. I'm going to have to look on the box to see what it is. Yeah. This may be a donation item to someone. And then what else we got in here? I have no clue what that's for. Is it missing the inside? It's gotta be. Wow, that is crazy. Well, the size of that hole, I've never seen that like that before. I'd be afraid the coffee filter would go right through it. As of now, the coffee grinder feels pretty good quality. The rest, maybe $12. I wouldn't even pay $12 for that other stuff. But for this alone, I would have. I've seen them like this where they usually come with some sort of plate. Oh, it'd be nice if they sent something like what was supposed to be in the box. All right, couple little things. This is supposed to be used with a cone size filter 2, 1 and 2. I have a 4 before you put it into these things. I'm sure you guys know this. You fold the corner there, fold this over. Okay, well, maybe that would work, I guess. Not impressed by it. Not the greatest idea, but I guess it'll work. And the cup itself, which I'm fairly certain it's aluminum, goes like this, like this. Okay, well, go car camping, this wouldn't be bad to have this. And you guys know I have so much coffee stuff that I'll use the grinder, probably won't use any of that. All right, guys, so we're at the park just down the road from where I live in Avondale Estates, Georgia. Now this is probably a week and a half after I filmed the beginning part of this video. So much drama's happened, and we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. But before we get started, I just want to take a peek around. This weather in November is crazy. Keep in mind this is mid to late November right now. All right, found a nice little spot to work on our stuff. All right, so we got our typical setup with us today. We got the cup we're going to look at. We got the coffee. Let's see what else we got in here. Hopefully I brought everything. We got my 550 ultralight. Hopefully there's enough fuel in there. I got a few odds and ends. I got my backup BRS stove in case we need that. I don't think we will. The weather here is phenomenal, guys. This is just ridiculous. Now, lucky me, I have 2 bags today. So, I got the Blackstone. I wasn't going to bring the whole box, but hey, that way it just makes life a little easier. Some water, and I think that's it. I don't need a full tripod right now, not now anyway. So let's set this bad boy up. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to go through our BRS stove. Now, I started this video almost 2 weeks ago. Went to finish filming the video the other day, or last Saturday. It's Sunday today, but last Saturday. And went out, started my car up, and found out that someone had stole both catalytic converters in my car. So it ended up being a very rough week. And with work, I had to travel for work, so it was definitely an interesting one. This is the way for me to de-stress throughout the week, making videos and just being able to talk with you all. So we got our stove. We're definitely not going to need a windscreen today. So the BRS stove. I love this stove. Now it's not the most fuel efficient, but it's definitely a good stove. Now this is the canister I keep refilling. Oh. I gotta do a video of me just replacing the gasket on this. I think it may help. It's just old. Okay, so that's done. We got this here. I'll move everything around in a moment so it's more easy to see. So we got this. We'll pop that off to the side. Now, remember, we were basically looking at these knives. I've used these knives for the last 2 weeks on travel and everything. If you're looking for quality, don't buy these knives. These are great emergency knives. Let's say you're traveling, forget a knife, you just want to get something cheap. This is a route to go. Or if you're going someplace that you think you may lose them, go for this route. But yeah, they're pretty cheap. I wouldn't go out of my way or rely my life on these knives. But like I said, if you're going someplace where you're worried you're going to lose them, yeah, I'll get them for that. So we got our grinder. And remember, I am at a park, so there'll be people walking around. So if they do, they do. If I have to stop filming, I'll stop filming for a moment. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. Here's the other knives. Here's that knife. So here's the filter we're going to be using. Plop that there for now. Here's the sugar we're going to be using. Alright, so let's put all this up. Holy cow, I cannot believe this weather. This weather is just craziness. So in here, I got some whole beans. We're going to use these. I think this is like an old coffee or Tupperware sugar holder. It's the perfect size for just a day or so of beans. So let's put the beans in here, preferably without making a total mess. I just filled it up to the rim. Those are gonna have to go back in the coffee grinder at home. Put that in there. This thing weighs a ton, but it's pretty cool. If I was car camping, I'd have a grill. All right, so I was playing around with this while I was waiting for people to go through the numbers there. The higher the number, the thicker the grind, or coarser. Lower the number, lower or the finer it is. Now this thing weighs a ton, but it'll do in a pinch. Okay, can you see that? Let's see, I've been spinning this for a good minute. Oh yeah. All right, let's just finish this off. But beautiful. Right behind me is like a youth league park as well. A lot of soccer games and all that. Okay, it feels like it's pretty much through. That's enough for a good cup of coffee. Now, this lid, the Pika lid, awesome. Love this. Great quality item. I'm surprised no one thought about it before this. So, yeah, I really enjoy it so far up to this point. I like the fact you can put your lighter on there too. But we're not going to use that lighter today. Let's put all this together. Here's a lighter I'm going to use today. It's like an old lighter from back in the day. My dad got it for me probably 30 years ago. And then it lights like that, close back up. I don't know, found it the other day, wanted to try it out. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to start. It worked pretty good. Only problem is you gotta put the Zippo fluid in here, and that can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So we got our cup. Okay, so we know better next time to fill it up first and then put the lid on it. Put a little more. Okay, so we know that. Put that there. Let that boil. Let's set everything else up. Put this off to the side for now. Now, remember with this, cup, we could take our Toke's titanium spoon and put it through the lid, which I'm going to do that right now. Yeah. You guys may want to see me do that. Just like that. Adds a little more stability. I think I'm going to go this way instead. That way it won't slide out. Okay. Move that over there. Let's set this up. Now Blackstone usually makes some really good products. Coffee grinder's pretty good. I can get on board with that. This, not a big fan of it. And this cup, it's just cheap. Would I pay more than 12 bucks? How much? $13 US for them? Probably not. All right, so we're going to take this. It's pretty nice. You know, I'm glad I bought it because usually these go for 13 bucks. I can get on board with this. The other stuff, like I said before, I think I might just give it to like some beginner campers I know. You know, try to help out people who are trying to get into it, who may not have the money to do this stuff. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. This is Thanksgiving week here in the US. I know we got a lot of people from Canada, Pacific Northwest, and Europe who watches us. So Thanksgiving here this week. Got a couple of days off. Hopefully I'm going to get a couple of videos done and have a couple of releases this week to make up for my slackiness this last week. So my big thing now is the knives. We talked about that. Don't go out of your way for them. But if you need a knife, grab them. If you can find this kit for 12 bucks, probably worth it. 13 bucks, not the $30 I saw it for at one point. This cup's probably a real cheap cup. I don't know. Do what you want. We just try to look as much different options here on Ugly.Teacher.Hiking, so hopefully you'll have an idea. Hopefully your weeks are going better than mine has. So, cannot get over this weather. All right. Now the one problem with this lid is very tough to see inside, and I wish maybe they can come up with a polycarbonate version of it where it's clear, or some other version that you could see through. Because right now it's difficult to see when it's boiling. It's probably there already, or good enough, because I could see some steam coming out of it. All right, we're gonna try to pour this bad boy using the spoon. Okay, that's not too hot. Oh yeah, that's hot enough. Oh, I like that. Holding it with the spoon like that. Okay, well, maybe I was wrong on that. It seems to be working pretty good. All the other ones I've seen has had a steel mesh right down here where it kind of helps support the coffee filter, but right now I could be wrong on this. Maybe this was a better kit than, let's move this over here. Ooh, that's hot. That lid, if you can get your hand on that lid for that cup, yeah. Wow, okay. The only issue I have is like if the filter rips. Sometimes they do. I need to change my opinion on this. It's actually good. It's working out really well. Coffee grinder worked pretty good, heavy. This is working out well. 13 bucks, great deal. 30, I don't know about 30, but probably go up a little more. because the sale price before this was 22 US dollars. 22 is iffy, but it might even be worth it for that. Hey, you gotta change your mind. As we're going through this, first impressions count. And sometimes we can say when we're wrong. Let's push this off to the side for a moment. Okay, that's getting done. Okay, I think that's about all the water we can put in there. We're gonna need to put some hot lips on this. Remember, with your BRS stove, always carry extra O-rings. All right, let's just set this up and well, final thoughts. All right, final thoughts before we even get to that. Let's try our coffee. So we're gonna put our hot lips on the coffee rim. For those of you who don't know what those are, they're just silicone piece that goes on the rim of a coffee cup. These aluminum, steel, titanium cups. Keep it from burning yourself. All right, let's give this a try. Okay, all right. Okay, I can get on board with that. So, final thoughts. Knives, I don't want to say they're junk, but they're not very good quality, but for $8, I mean, you can't complain. If you need a knife in a pinch for some reason, or a knife that you're gonna beat up on, get these. Don't use a good knife to ruin. Coffee-wise for this, the Blackstone, great investment for $13. I'm glad I bought it. You know, it's got the grinder in it, works well. This cup is okay. And the coffee part there, I thought it was gonna be really bad, but turned out fairly well. So overall, good investment. Knives, good for what they are. I'll use them for like trips where it's iffy on how long a real good knife would last. So guys, please click like and subscribe. And you know, sorry I haven't been able to get out more videos lately, but we will, I promise. Especially with the weather being so nice. And hopefully my car will be fixed so I can get around soon. So guys, till next time, have a great week. And if I don't have a chance to get a video out before Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving. Here's a little B-roll of me just putting everything up. So here's the lid. You're gonna put the lighter back in the lid. Now, for those of you who get them, remember those are the little ramps. Just clicks in like that. Only a mini Bic fits in here. All right. Then we're gonna take apart our BRS stove. You gotta love titanium. Open this bad boy up. Do that. Tricks of the trade, guys, tricks of the trade. And then keep in mind you might have to finagle this a little. There. Here. And if you guys can think of any other videos you'd like to see, please let me know. I know the hiking and the camping have been lax, but hopefully we'll get back to that real soon. All right, so we got that in there. I'm gonna plop this in here. Our canister. Okay guys, tried to do a short the other day. It didn't turn out so well, so I'm gonna have to redo that one video. But these lids make a perfect lens cap cover for your Action 5 Pro. There we go, perfect. Great lid, there we go for that. This goes into my totes bag that I've had ever since I've had this. Get that. Then for this, the screen. Pop that in there. All right. So, till next time, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Later.